Y'all always want to get on here and act like we just don't like hoes, right? Men actually love hoes.
I'm gonna be all the way 100,000 with you. Men like hoes. Yeah, I said it. Men like hoes. All of them. What we don't like is a dirty hoe.
Men do not like good women. They do not like good women, and this video proves it. So, besties, there's a part 1 of this video, why men love hoes, and they are coming out to expose everything. Make sure you stay tuned till the end.
I think the fact that men want a woman to sleep with them on the first date after paying for some food just proves that men low-key love hoes. But then they go out on one date with a girl they barely know, one date, pay for probably a $20 meal, and then they expect the girl to give them coochie. That's something a hoe would do, aka a prostitute. Like I always said this, men only want like clean, pure girls when they want to get married to somebody. That's the only time they want that. And honestly, the reality is you don't deserve it. Like to me, if you were sleeping around the entire time you were dating, you don't deserve it. Clean women should be with clean men. That's really how it should be. Like you sleep around on girls on the first date, catching STDs, and you expect to get married to a girl who barely has any bodies. That's not how that works.
I shared a post on my page the other day where there was a brother speaking, and he was saying how a lot of women think that just because they aren't hoes that they are good people. And so I shared it and I agreed with it. And in my caption I said, you know, a lot of men don't like to admit that they love hoes. And you know, I got a lot of comments, a lot of people sharing their opinion about that, people coming to the barbershop asking me about it. But I stand by that. Most men love hoes. Whatever you deem to be a hoe. I don't really consider people to be hoes, but if a good woman's a good woman, why wouldn't you like a good woman? If she treats you good, why wouldn't you like her? Or why be ashamed to be with her? What it is that the male ego cares too much about what other people think because you have this quote unquote hoe attached to you. But if you like her, what difference does it make what somebody else thinks? And so you'll see men who they date women solely because somebody else used to date them, or they like the eye candy. To me, if you feel like you need eye candy on your arm, that speaks volumes to your insecurity. You know, if you feel like you want to date a woman because, you know, 50 Cent or Fabulous or somebody used to date the girl, and you feel like you can poke your chest out because you got Fab's ex, bro, that's like borderline gay. Like, why do you want to be with a woman solely because she was with some other guy? So you gotta really ask yourself, do you like the woman? Yeah or no? Is she a good woman? What does it matter what she was doing before you? Why does that matter? Why? And if she's not currently selling some box, what difference does it make? I don't get it.
No man truly becomes a man until he fall in love with a hoe. I'm telling you, a full-blown hoe. Like, this bitch is a real life hoe. Like, this is the definition of hoe, and she is that. No man becomes a man until he fall in love with one of those.
Crazy thing is, females always be wondering, why do this nigga fuck with hoes? Why do this nigga fuck with bops? Gee, the bops be the coolest motherfuckers ever. Like, the bops ain't gonna never ask for nothing. Like, the bops always just gonna date. The bops, hold on. The bops be genuine as hell. They have good ass personality. Of course they gonna keep up with their hygiene, cause they, you feel me? You feel me? When you with a bop, not saying like this a problem for me or anything, but when you with a bop, you damn near don't even gotta pay for nothing. Like, a bop gonna make sure she's straight. That bitch 9 times out of 10 gonna be funny. She gonna be cool as hell. Energy gonna be raw as hell. You feel me? But then it's like at the end of the day, she a bop though, you know? Y'all be like, females, y'all will never understand. Y'all always be like, why these niggas be talking to these bops? I'm a good ass girlfriend and this and that. Ooh. It ain't even about that. Just imagine this fun ass time with this person and they cool as hell, funny, all type of shit, good energy, and then there's no commitment with that. Like, what females don't understand, the bigger thing, it be niggas be scared of the commitment and the title. Once you bring up like, you could, like, that's another topic. Hold on, fuck that. That's another one.
Don't let that girl smile and bat her eyes and pretty eyes her way out of being what she really is, nigga. She's a semen demon, and that's okay. We love those around here. Just be honest with yourself. You know what I'm saying? Men love hoes, not because they're hoes, but because they're honest about it. We hate lying hoes. That's the problem. I hate a lying hoe. I hate a girl that lies about being a hoe. Why are you not confident in being a hoe? Just be a hoe, bro. It's okay. You can be a hoe, bro. That's literally fine with you. That's literally fine with me. I don't care if you're a hoe. Just be an honest one. That's all I ask. That's all I ask. Just be an honest one.
I'm gonna tell y'all the real reason why guys cheat on good girls and just try to do right by hoes. Truth be told, a lot of us get scared when we get a good girl. We'll know she's not cheating, and we'll know that she wants to see us succeed and shit, and we get scared. And it's not because we feel like you're gonna do it for another nigga. I mean, that thought is gonna be in our head, but that's not the reason why we cheat. The real reason is because, just like anyone else, they are battling with lust and they have no self-control. But the difference between men and women cheating is that men, we tend to expect you to stay type shit. That's why we're more likely to tell you to your face that we're cheating on you, because we expect you to stay. Yeah. And I do admit, a lot of us feel like that is a test that you need to pass type shit. Like, we feel like, oh, we should cheat just to see if you're gonna stay. If you stay, you're a good one. If you don't stay, you're a bad one type shit. It's dumb. Now, I ain't gonna lie. I do not know one guy that does right by a known bop. So I may be wrong. But the reason why some guys keep that one bop around, you feel me, that he cheats with in every relationship he gets in, it's not because, you know, he loves her, but it's because that's like guaranteed pussy with no commitment. He doesn't care about her. He doesn't care for her, but she cares about him and she cares for him, all while not being worried about commitment. And some guys love that shit.
Y'all always want to get on here and act like we just don't like hoes, right? Men actually love hoes. What we do not like, though, is a hoe that lies. If you tell the truth, you honest up front about what it is that you're doing, shit, some motherfuckers might even goddamn marry a hoe because she's honest, she's upfront with her intentions and what it is that she's about. But a lying hoe? A hoe that's out here pretending that she's not what she is? Like, my God, I ain't never had no bad interactions with a hoe. But Lord, a lying hoe has crushed me. I'm talking about done unfathomable things to my feelings that I can't even explain. Like, motherfucker had me in goddamn the room listening to Take Care on repeat for 2 weeks straight. That's the type of shit that lying hoes do to men, and that's what we hate. We don't like no lying hoe. Tell the truth. Be an upfront and honest hoe.
Men love women that get around. Don't let them lie to y'all. I'll tell you a joke. I'll never tell you a lie. But let me tell you why men love women that sleep around or get around. One, they sleep with a lot of people, so there's a chance that he might be getting some. Two, more times than not, they cool as hell. Three, they're honest. They have no reason to lie. They have no reason to put on a front or act like somebody that they're not, when everybody know what they are and who they are. So they can just be themselves. A lot of times, men get into relationships with women who they think not a girl who get around or sleep around when she truly is. So by you being upfront and honest with who you are and what type of time you on, men love that shit. Men love straightforward, simple shit.
Why do men like hoes? Hoes do not require them to be a man. A hoe requires pleasure and go home. He ain't got to pay no bills. He just paying for a favor. He just paying for pleasure. She ain't gonna talk back. For what? She don't love him. There's no connection. The only connection is flesh. They feeding each other flesh. It's all about lust. It's all about money. It's all about a good time. That is it. He ain't gotta have no kids by a hoe. He ain't gotta do nothing with her. She don't expect him to be her husband or anything. Expect to clean up nothing. They go get a room. He ain't gotta bring her to the house. If you do go to the house, he ain't gotta do them to sit there and eat, smoke, drink, get what they want, have a good time, go home. There's no argument. He ain't gotta do nothing for nobody. But with a woman, he gotta pay bills, he gotta help her, he gotta communicate, he gotta talk, he gotta be right. He ain't trying to do none of that. Cause it's not in his mind. It's not in his heart. His heart is to get something and go. That's it. The true word.
Good women out there, and man them will choose to go and get with the baddies or whatever they choose to go and get with. But you can't say that there's no good women out there. But you made a choice, right? Based upon what you like, okay, or what you're attracted to. Difference is a lot of people don't want to be honest about what they like. So I'm saying,
Facts.
yeah, do you get me?
Facts.
They like some man like hoes. They
Facts.
do. They do.
Gospel, traveling whorism.
Yeah, like,
you're right.
and someone, like, you know, like, I'll be real, a lot of hoes are good company.
They are.
Because
Because good women are a bit boring at times.
No, listen, bro, if we're gonna keep it 100, yeah, like, shout out to, like, listen, the whole,
Shout out all the hoes.
because
you lot going down one day. Slippery slope.
No, it's not even a slippery slope. Like, it's empowered. You can't even shame women now. It's empowered. They'll be like, I know, empowered, yeah.
Jeez, they do empower it. You do make a point.
What do you mean? Bonnie Blue's out there blabbing 100 youths and that, like university boys and that.
I don't know who Bonnie Blue is.
So, you know.
Men like hoes. They do. Right? But we don't want to marry hoes. We're not trying to take you home to our parents. We're not trying to introduce you to our father and our mother. We're not trying to introduce you to our family. We're not trying to introduce you to, if we have children. We're not trying to do that. Hoes have their place. You're a good time, you're a fun time, and that's it.
The first reason why men love hoes is addiction and compulsion. They are using sex to cope with stress, to cope with depression. There are a lot of men who are using sex to cope with their battles, to fight their battles. Rather than facing these battles, no, they would rather pay for sex until it becomes an addiction, just like drinking and gambling. A lot of them have a sex addiction. And the easiest way to get sex is to pay for it. And that is why they love hoes, because a hoe is willing to give him what he wants. Anytime, any day, so long as he has the money to pay. If a man is using sex to cope with stress, just like drinking and gambling, it becomes a compulsive habit. It becomes an addiction. It becomes something he cannot do without. A lot of men are having a problem staying committed to one woman because they are used to that lifestyle of sleeping with women, paying for sex. That has really become a part of them. That when they get into a relationship with a good woman, they cannot deal without paying for sex. It's like a spirit. It is like a spirit. When a man starts paying for sex, I don't care how long it takes. I don't care if he decides. It can only take God to change him. If this man decides to get married or settle down, a lot of them cannot be faithful because they have been paying for sex all their lives and it has become a habit embedded in them. They cannot do anything about it. It has become an addiction. The reason that man is cheating on you is not because you're not beautiful or you're not sweet or you're not good in bed. It is because he has a sex addiction. That's the truth. He has a sex addiction and he's paying for sex. Another reason why men love hoes is the loneliness and physical touch. There are a lot of them who don't want to be in a relationship. They are scared of being in a relationship, scared of responsibility. They know that a relationship requires them to be responsible. They need to be responsible. Some of these men do not have what it takes to take care of a woman. Do you guys know that? Some of them don't have what it takes to take care of a woman. If they cannot have an understanding girlfriend who is going to give them free sex, their last option is to pay for it from a hoe. Because of loneliness and physical touch, especially for men who are older, who are scared of commitment, who do not want to be in a committed relationship, what happens when they get lonely and they need physical touch? The easiest way is to pay for it. We have a male loneliness epidemic. There are men who are extremely lonely. And do you guys know that there are girls who are getting paid online for talking to men who are lonely? There are girls who are making money talking to lonely men on the internet. There is a male loneliness epidemic, if you don't know. And so many of these men, they just need someone to talk to. So they'll pay for a woman who is going to talk with them online and do other crazy stuff with this woman online. You see them subscribing to OnlyFans websites to watch women on the internet to satisfy them because they are lonely. The reason why men love hoes is because you get sex without emotional complications. There is no feelings involved. There is no expectations, just sex and money. It is a transaction. There is no emotional connection, nothing. A guy who just got out of a messy breakup, he isn't ready to date or risk catching feelings. So he's not looking for a girlfriend. He's going to pay for it. He would rather be with someone who they have a transactional relationship that involves sex and money than to risk getting his heart broken. Another reason, which is one of the main reasons, is the weird fetishes they have in the bedroom. The sexual fantasies which they have in the bedroom. There are a lot of men who are into crazy stuffs. They are into wild stuffs in the bedroom. Maybe their girlfriend or their wife cannot do some of the things they want and they are embarrassed to bring it up to her. So they will go and pay for sex. They will pay for sex. I have a video on escorts exposing men on this channel, and I'll do a part 2 of that video. The things these women have to say concerning men, the things men want in the bedroom, the things men like to do in the bedroom, you're going to be shocked. So there are a lot of them who have weird, crazy fetishes in the bedroom. They are into sick things, and they know that the woman they are in a relationship with or married to cannot do these things for them. And whether we want to admit it or not, there are a lot of them who are scared and embarrassed to bring up these things to their partners. Scared and embarrassed to bring up these things to their partners, so they'll rather keep it to themselves and pay an escort. The next point is no courtship or rejection risk. There is no courtship or the fear of rejection. Someone with social anxiety who finds bars, clubs, or dating apps stressful because approaching people and getting turned down feels overwhelming, he will prefer to pay for it. So they'll prefer to pay for these services from someone rather than go through the stress of courtship and the fear of rejection. Do you know one of the main reasons why men like hoes? Because of control and power dynamics. There are a lot of men who don't feel in control in their job sites and in their homes. So he wants a setting where he can set the dynamics, where he can set the pace, where he is in control. Maybe he's in a relationship with a woman and he doesn't feel like the man. Every part of his life, he feels like a bitch. So what happens? He's looking for something that can make him feel like he's in control. Something that can make him feel powerful. So someone who feels powerless at work and at home likes that for this setting, so that he can set the terms for the encounter. Because he sets the terms for the encounter, he now feels powerful and in control. The reason some men also do this is fantasy fulfillment. For example, he wants to live out a date with a model. He wants to live out a date with a model scenario, getting dressed up, going out for dinner, going on vacations, feeling like he's the man, feeling like he's dating a woman out of his league, or feeling like he's with someone out of his league. Another reason is ego boost and feeling desired. For ego boost and the need to feel desired, a man who is going through midlife crisis will pay for compliments, pay for attention, pay for sex if his wife stops showing him interest. If his wife is no longer doing these things, if his girlfriend is no longer doing these things, if he feels like his woman or his partner is not doing these things, he knows he can easily pay for it. Another reason is because he's married and unhappy and he won't leave. There are a lot of men who are married and unhappy. They are in relationships and unhappy, but they won't leave. Maybe because there is something keeping them trapped to that woman. For example, a man in a sexless marriage who doesn't want divorce for the sake of kids or finances, he's going to look for that outside. He's going to look for sex outside. He will pay for it. Another reason is because he's avoiding vulnerability. A guy who was cheated on before or hurt before, he doesn't trust emotional closeness. So he keeps physical intimacy purely transactional. He keeps intimacy purely transactional. Sex, nothing more, nothing less. Why men love hoes is boredom and the need for variety. They want variety. I always used to see this on the internet. They say men want fruit salad. They don't want one fruit. They want every fruit in the garden. They don't want just one. They get bored easily being with one woman. So a lot of men, being with one woman is like eating the same boring meal every day. That is how they see it. A lot of men get bored in long-term relationships and they end up seeking different experiences. So what happens? They will pay for sex without getting into a new relationship. There is time scarcity, long distance. All of these things also affect a lot of men. They will pay for sex rather than traveling how many kilometers to go and sleep with their wife or their girlfriend. These are all the points why men love 304's. What are your thoughts concerning this video? Share it in the comment section. Add more points. I don't want to make this video too long. And I'm going to see you guys in my next video. Bye. Love you.